The Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.
You are watching The Checkpoints with Elene and myself, I'm David Jalogoni, and we gathered to tell you more on business and economy.
Definitely, Sunday 10 p.m. sharp, and we're ready to start. We have a very detailed update for you on pensions, Georgia's pension agency performance and investment outlook, so you have to watch us for the full show. But right now we will be proceeding with the last topic in our headlines minutes ago. As we have already stated earlier this week, Georgian Prime Minister Irakli Garibashvili unveiled a proposal on major tightening regulations for the gambling business.
Yes, Elene, let's take a close look at what could be the new governmental regulations for the gambling business and what does the Georgian Gambling Association say on the potential new rules. Natia Taktakishvili will tell us more.
Online gambling has never been so easier than now, just by pulling out your phone. While gambling is meant as a form of entertainment, ease of access makes online betting a fast-growing, yet potentially risky activity. About 1 million Georgian citizens will be banned from online gambling and will be allowed in brick-and-mortar casinos, Georgian Prime Minister Irakli Garibashvili stated earlier this week. According to the amendments proposed by the country's finance ministry, citizens under 35 years will be banned from gambling. The finance ministry gives detailed definition on who will also be subject to this measure. These will be the socially vulnerable persons who are getting allowances from the state as well as civil servants. Second regulation will be set in terms of taxation for the online gambling business. Overall, tax base of the sector will be increased by 65 to 70%, which will ensure they contribute the same amount of money to the state budget as earlier. The third measure is to ban advertising of gambling. Any and all TV commercials on gambling, its outdoor advertising and web promotions through Georgian cities will be prohibited. Gambling business operators will be entitled to only conclude sponsorship agreements, and this treatment may be primarily related to sports. As of the amendments, individuals can request self-limitation from a revenue service of Georgia and can be captured in the so-called blacklist on the grounds of court rulings at the request of family members. The government has plans to offer stricter regulations for registration of online gamblers as well as depositing money on their accounts. Financial operations will be made only for registered users, while money transfers between gamblers will be restricted. Restrictions will be imposed on Georgian gamblers who will decide to play in foreign online casinos. Tax providers will be obliged not to make transfers to foreign gambling business accounts. Withdrawal of any amount of draw winning will be charged with 2% income tax. Finance Minister Natia Taktakishvili told BMG that he does not agree with the assessment of Gambling Business Association, noting that business will go back 20 years due to the planned amendments.
I don't know why the sector said that with these regulations the gambling industry will go back 20 years. If we look at the scale of regulation, the business is regulated in all countries of the world and at the same time quite strictly. I can't share the pathos that regulating the gambling business should be some kind of surprise for anyone. As for the age threshold, it varies in different countries and in some places it's completely forbidden.
The Ministry of Finance and its Revenue Service have already drafted the bill, which will be present in Parliament in the nearest future. The government of Georgia hopes to pass all the amendments needed to regulate the gambling industry before the end of 2021.
The Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.